Righto, well I've been through all the wet and dries and everything, and I've gone from the 80 grit to the 120, then about a 240, then a 400, then a 800, then a 1200. So it's taken a bit of time, but the fretboard's nice. I did notice though that I think the 80 grit took out a little bit of a chunk here. There was like a loose part that was lifting up on the side. So I've lost a little bit of the fingerboard there, but that's no biggie, I'll fix that. But right now I'm on the worst part of it, is just scraping out trying to clean out the gunk and the timber out of these frets here without. I did make a little tool, where is it? This one here, but unfortunately it's just a tiny, like a fraction too wide, like 3 or 4, and I don't want to expand the groove too much. I have made this. It's just a hacksaw blade. I hope it's in focus. Cut into a bit of dowel, and it's sticking out the bottom about 80 thou. And I made sure, and I just on the grinder, I ground down the sides of the hacksaw blade just enough so it was overall it was the 23, 22 thou wide, perfect for these fret slots. So I can just sort of jam it in there and just sort of slide in backwards and forwards, just to ensure, because I've sanded the fretboard, I might have gone too shallow in spots, or you know, and the fret is going to bottom out. But anyway, this little hobby knife seems to be working the best at just scraping out all the excess. Yeah, I'll finish doing this and get to the next part. Where is it? Yeah, this tool seemed to work the best. You can see I've set it up so you pull it through the guitar. Okay, so I slot it in the corner and I just sort of pull it through. Just sort of scraping little chunks are coming out. Although I can see it's an easy way to really chip up those little tangs on each of the frets here. Righto, well the camera played up for a little while, but anyhow, I'm at the point of making up all my frets for the. I've pretty much done them all. They're a bit more. They're pretty fiddly actually, because the bindings here, I can't have the tangs go all the way over, so I've got to nip them out, and it leaves a little dag in there. Sometimes I just give it a bit of a scrape out there, but I've only really got two more to do. Actually, I'm quite proud of making my wire curler out of an old skater wheel and a few bearings and things. But anyway, hopefully that's on it there, just feeding the wire into the groove in the skateboard wheel. Funny angle. Yep. Okay, so there it is, fed in. I'll just give it a curl. Okay, and there you have it. One fret wire curled. I'm curling it just a little bit more than 12 inches, I suppose. I did muck up when I was cutting these tangs. If you cut the side one like that way first, it actually causes the wire to curl back up. Get the nippers right up under there. Yep, that way, and get them in that way. And there you have it. You can see a little bit of a tang, hopefully you can see that. I just scrape that out. Use the nippers on their side, give it a scrape out. Yeah, there you have it. So that's how I've been doing all the frets so far and cutting them. Mixed up a little bit of epoxy resin here. And I put that into the fret first. I've gone ahead and just placed them all in one at a time. What I'll do now is just use the dead blow hammer, just give the base just a little tap at one end. Pressing the frets in now, my bottom radius and the 12-inch gauge on the top. Slip it into there, bring this down, whoops, hold it in place. Give it a squeeze. Well, it worked. I'll see if I can, it's not as good as the tools and the pros, but hey, use what you can get. There we go. And that's home. Easy as that, I suppose. Next. Righto, well, I'm just going through putting my frets down. It's working really well using my 12-inch fret and the gun here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm holding it over the top. Get it centered and just squeeze it down. That was it. Next. You know, they're going home beautifully. It's the next day now, and all the epoxy's dried in the frets. A couple of things happened. The camera was playing up last night, and secondly, after I finished all the frets and I put the straight edge on to check level, I noticed that some of the frets, there was about 5 all up, were lower than the rest. Significantly. So, you know, after I had a good look at them, I then realised that some of the fret wire I was sent isn't the same extra jumbo wire that I intended it to be. You know, I just got sent one of the strands out of the 6 in the pack was just regular jumbo wire, which is, you know, a fair bit different, a lot lower, smaller. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you know, pain in the ass. I got to wait another few weeks for the new wire, or a week at least, for the new wire to turn up for one fret. But anyhow, I went through this morning while the camera was playing up, and made this up. I don't know if you can see it there. It's just a hardwood block with a file embedded into it. I just cut a slot and pressed it in and used some epoxy. But surprisingly, it worked really well. Fantastic for the job. I just kept it straight and ran it along the frets. It filed them all down, and when I eventually hit the binding, it didn't even damage the binding. It just sawed all the frets off flush with it. So really good tool. Some of the tools I made have not been very good, but this has been a really good one. After I did that, I went through each one with probably some 800 or 1000 grit sandpaper, and just polished them all individually, along with my little file here, and just got in, did the corners got any burrs off them that's still there. And well, anyway, I'm really happy with the result with it all. None of the frets, like, you can't feel a burr when you run your fingernail up on the side of the neck, so the string isn't going to get caught there. They're beautiful and level. When you look down the neck, I'll change the camera view. Yeah, you can see, you know, that one stands out, but the rest, they're beautiful and level. I'll even get that lower and see if... Yeah, no, I'm really impressed with the results with this. You know, I'll happily do more guitars as the frets wear out, and there's nothing really to be scared of, people, at this stage. But I'll put this straight edge on and show you, see if it picks anything up. That's on the frets. They're all sitting beautiful and flush, so yeah, I guess the next thing you'll see is when I go back and put some more dime bag covers on for you, which I'm really excited about doing now. I've given the old guitar a new lease of life, and I'll do my best to wear them down again. But I hope you learned something. This isn't really a tutorial video, it's more of just me documenting what I've done. I wouldn't use this as a tutorial anyway. I'll wait till I've done a few more, and there's a lot better tutorials on the net for it. I haven't oiled my neck yet. I haven't put any oil into it as yet. All I've done is just clean it with the lemon oil. I'm waiting for the new fret to turn up so that the glue will bond in there, but look, everything's worked out well. That fret press I made up was really good. It worked better when I didn't have the block of wood underneath. I just used the gun. But anyway, I'll look forward to doing some more covers. Thanks.